Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. And in the last stream, we landed here at Stellar Bay, probably my favorite of all the settlements that we have landed at. It's kind of a free port, and under a blockade from the corporations. But we have gotten so many quests here, we've already completed quite a few of them. And most of our stuff now is going to take us south of Stellar Bay to apparently some ruins, so that should be fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at our brief and see what we got to do. We've got Nyoka. We got her caffeine pills. Before we turn that in, we need to head south and search Dr. Williams' body because he might have some good stuff. Amber Heights, we have to rescue a son for a very descriptive and angry mother. Making delivery to a house south of Stellar Bay. Convince Velma to negotiate. We still need to confront Velma about some stuff. We need to deliver... Oh, we still need to check with Celia, who works with Sanjar in the MSI building. We haven't done that yet. Retrieve the... There's just so much stuff, guys. Holy crap. Oh, we also need to find Chef Raymond in Stellar Bay and grab the dustback casserole. Can we? Let's go ahead and do that right now. Where's he currently hanging out? Don't bite the sun.
I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltpeter.
Some kind of massacre happened. Yes, indeedy. But now they're restricting... Oh,
Max,
wait. It was this guy, wasn't he?
Going on about destiny.
Uh-oh.
What did your mother do?
If you must know, my late mother was a laborer, Dr. Finhill.
And your father?
The same.
And you ended up a preacher how?
The universe works in mysterious ways. Where there is a deficit, it seeks to provide an abundance. Say a church is attacked by marauders and sustains casualties. The replacement clergy must arise from somewhere.
Saying that the universe eventually balances things out.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's. What can I get you?
I'd like to trade.
If you don't see it, I don't got it. Don't go asking for the special reserve.
See, now that just tells me that you have a special reserve. Ooh, we can't buy weapons. Oh, never mind. Yes, we can. Bolter Pistol 2.0. Vermin, which we already have in abundance. And some armor. Cysty Pig Tumors. Tasty. Got a baseball cap if we want to go that particular path. We got a claw rake. We do have the workbench there if we need it. Oh yeah, there was this bar that we had not really gone into. I guess it's more of a diner.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Do you have anything to say about venturing outside the walls?
Well, we don't get many outsiders.
We don't get many outsiders.
Everett Gill.
Good day to you.
Hello.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. And why would you admit that to anyone?
Because there's no shame in having overactive bladder muscles, all right? It's a perfectly normal medical condition.
Sure, for lily-livered cowards, in my medical opinion.
Damn, Ellie.
You sound like a terrible doctor.
It's more of a hobby these days.
See what I deal with? This place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying.
So, why'd you decide to stay in the first place?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Seems like you'd want more than centimeters.
That's what she said.
There's truly no end to my suffering.
Wow, Ellie. You ever thought about leaving Stellar Bay?
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goo, what then?
You forgot stabbed. That's also a possibility.
Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave.
So, on another topic, my engineer's looking to get a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht, and the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Wow, 3,000 bits, huh? You take me for an idiot? No damn casserole's worth that much. Try again. And try harder.
Whoa, hold on, Okay. Leak contained. My stars. Look, Captain. This is the best I can do without putting myself out of business.
Well, I'm glad you saw reason. 2,000 bits is much more reasonable.
I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works.
All right.
There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
See, we got what we needed, and we just had to make him pee a little. I consider that leak. I'm not detecting a leak. Don't you people in the 24th century ever pee? Oh, leak.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
Yeah, see, Ellie gets it. Vortex mace. See, we're bringing business to the people of Stellar Bay. And then robbing them blind. Energy cell, light ammo. Alright, looks good. Oh, we are overburdened now, though. So we probably need to sell off our ill-gotten gains. Fortunately, there is a vending machine right here. So, what do we got in terms of stuff to sell? Vortex mace, don't really need that. Spacer's Choice shears, definitely don't need that. That Mark II rifle is nice, though. Getting rid of the plasma carbine. Basically, if it's not a Mark II... See, assault rifle. Yeah. I'll even sell the vermin. Don't need it. The ultimatum we'll keep just for... because we went through a lot of work to get it. And we need to get everyone, like, armored up. The leaded armor seems interesting. And we also got some more elite troop armor. Are we... okay, we can run again. What am I currently wearing? Raptidon Handler's Armor. Dialogue skills plus 519 armor. Nightingale Step, Electrocharged Surface. 24. Modifications. Do not lick armor. Oh, that's a little bit more Space Cowboy. I like it. More elite troop. I just want to wear medium style armor for this tune. We need to go to that mod table. Tinker. That's what I'm currently wearing, right? Yes. Oh, no, not... I'm sorry. Modify. So, we can toughen the armor rating. I'm okay with this. Reactive kinematic shield projector. Applies a bioelectric field inside and outside the armor, preventing damage and stimulating the healing process. Ooh. When your health drops too low, this mod makes you temporarily invulnerable and increases your regeneration for a short time. Okay, yeah, definitely. Definitely good. Tech kit, thug kit. Ranged weapon skills, tech skills, dialogue, and leadership. The Silver Tongue. I think we're pretty good. Let's get some more oomph there. And then the Nightingale Step. Backpack, geographic scanner. I like that. It increases what we can carry. Very good indeed. And can we actually... I don't think we can modify our gun. We can repair some stuff, though. Actually, nothing needs repairing. Cool.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
No, not a person. Well, we've held it off as long as we can.
We don't get many outsiders.
Knock, knock.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Monarch Stellar. Let's talk to her first because we got a poster to procure.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
And what was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
The life of a leather worker. And why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
I'd just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Gonna play matchmaker to another person here in the system. Wait, I'm curious. What exactly do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about.
I'll ask.
He's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for.
You really want to be with someone you can't talk to?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Talk to you later. Actually, I need to talk to you
Have
again.
you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Thanks. I'll do that. And you?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Moistening the loin seems to be one of the common denominators of this game. That's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish, Sanja?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Seems like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
Exactly what I would have said, if I'd been paying attention.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
What?
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Lord. So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your confidence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Well, this lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine. And how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
Get into the arms building.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Well, this Bolt 52 sounds very useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush.
So once you have this Bolt 52, what's the other part of your plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what? Which way?
Arms. You're saying arms instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
Well, I'm sure I'll know it when I find it.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Well, before I go, I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
So I met Grim, your landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
I think he did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
These, it may be just a little bit on the surface, but these guys seem like the most, not benevolent, the most realistic out of the corporations, I guess. I got some questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
Hey, Anorak! How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
And this is why you can't trust corporations and their so-called bylaws.
It's true, the board has treated us unfairly, but I'd always envisioned that things could be different. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
So what happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
That's quite forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
So I take it your leadership didn't exactly embrace your ideas.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else.
Guess you missed the transport.
Many of us chose to stay behind. And as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
And why exactly would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Luther's Punch, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the grid. Hope you enjoy your stay. So, why exactly do you want to be back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
Well, to be fair, even the Groundbreaker plays ball with the corporation, so it's one of those things. Well, can't say I fault you for your practicality.
Indeed. We've got to consider realities, not ideals. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage. Good for you. Force them to the bargaining table.
I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Yeah, for sure. I'm normally streaming this on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Right now, it's on Sundays and Thursdays. But Tuesdays should pick back up here pretty soon. So, what's exactly the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
Greater good.
That's exactly how the board describes it.
You sound skeptical.
Monarch may be dangerous, but it's hardly the wasteland the board describes it to be. Whatever the board's goals, the greater good has little part in them.
Greater good. You don't seem to think much of Graham.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
I will admit, I am keen to meet their leader.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything, and everyone around him.
Can't wait. We have a lot in common. You got strong feelings on the matter, Sanja.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
Well, I would like to talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
I'm afraid to tell you Isaac Rose is dead. But I did find the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
There's Elijah and his hooligan friends. I went ahead and ran him out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
If you say so.
It really was on my to-do list.
He does have a lot
Still,
on his list.
your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Whoops. Sorry, I'm having to mix up some emergency. Keep the immune system up. You never know. Well, I've got to go. I guess we can go ahead and explore the rest of this. Ooh. Sanjar's to-do list. Review guidelines for annual self-review. Select font for annual self-review. Format annual self-review. Schedule time to write annual self-review. Write annual self-review. Tell Celia she's doing an excellent job. So he is incredibly, like, self-absorbed, but at the same time, it's kind of a means to an end. The people seem to be benefiting from that. Okay, that's the other way out. What we got in here?
I hope your being here means the board is loosening their restrictions.
Yeah, we do need to see what we need to see what it's like on the other side of the coin. Notes for revisions. Your report looks excellent. The numbers are front and center, and you highlight your recent production gains nicely. One small adjustment. Could you increase the page margins by 17.3%? I want them to match the formatting of our other reports for maximum readability. Sanjar. Okay. That could be worse, I suppose. Now, can we use this terminal? This terminal is only to be used for official communication on behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries. View data. Personal files for S. Nandi. A summary report on conditions within Stellar Bay. Productivity has continued to improve since relaxing MSI's old restrictions and making allowances for employee benefits such as time off for illness and personal leave, 24.9% reductions in shift length, and 52.3% more positive feedback. Fishery output is 15.2% this year, showing a continuing but slowing growth trend. Decreased gains compared to previous years are likely due to the deterioration of materials and morale, occasional shortfalls in our supplies, and the gradual loss of personnel to marauders, hostile wildlife, and iconoclast recruitment. Reconciliation with the board remains a long-term goal, but the immediate concern is defending the city from hostile elements. Repairing damage to the city walls consumes approximately 32.8% of our annual budget. The best solution would be an influx of skilled defenders and weaponry, but given the aforementioned factors and their effects on the local population, such a solution remains unlikely. Working slogans. MSI. Our profit margins are stellar. MSI Salt Tuna. 43.28% more nutrient dense than the leading brands. Stellar Bay. A tolerable center of commerce in a hostile and chaotic galaxy. Those all suck. It's okay though. They're trying. That's what's important. And... Note to Otto. I've been checking your hours, and you're well past due for some time off. Why don't you take a few days? You spend entirely too much time staring at that terminal. Sanjar. Alright, so far, good guy Sanjar. So far, until proven otherwise. Looks like all of our business is actually going to be taking us,
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rap money.
Taking us down south. Velma?
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Okay, talk to you later. Did we already? Okay, we got the Bolt 52. We have to go down to the south part of town. Sweetheart Cakes, that's in Cascadia on Monarch, so we can find that also. Reginald Cheney, that's in Fallbrook. Now we need to go talk to Sebastian. We got, man. Yeah, we'll see, like I said, we'll see if there's any kind of swerve.
Couldn't help but notice your shooter, Dr. Fenhill. It's quite a sharp piece.
Isn't it something? I keep meaning to name it, but I can't come up with one that sticks.
You don't have a gun on you.
That's funny. I thought you didn't care much for nice things.
Hey, a pirate's nothing without a rep. And this baby has a rep of its own.
Call her Vera. She's my very favorite gun.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
And why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Mantiqueens, especially.
Luther, thank you so much for that subscription with Twitch Prime. Reminding you guys in chat that all subscriptions, bits, subs, like everything, all revenue made here on Twitch go to help out sick kids via Extra Life. So thank you so much for your support. Got yourself your identity disc as well as the ability to use the emotes, so welcome. And why was he interested in Mantiqueens?
Who wouldn't be?
People who value self-preservation, Sebastian.
Now that just sounds like a fancy way to say boring people.
Have you seen a Mantiqueen?
Sure. They're real big. Hard to miss them.
And where have you seen a Mantiqueen?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him. Tell you what. I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
I'll keep an eye out for him.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mantiqueen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
So, let's go ahead and talk about Celia real quick.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
No, I mean she really likes you.
And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Now I see what Celia was talking about. This guy almost reminds me of Irion.
Who?
An old acquaintance from the Groundbreaker. Real piece of work.
It's either he's dense or...
That's mighty kind of you to say.
But we were talking about what a lucky gal Celia is.
It could be either he's dense or he doesn't swim that way.
Anyone who can afford such a fine collection of mantisaur claws has it pretty good.
Guess we'll find out. Well, since you've got so much in common, maybe you should let her take you out.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it then. Go spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Okay, maybe he's just dense. Good news, everyone!
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Well, he said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
He likes you, Celia. Just don't ask him for any discounts, alright?
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Another good deed done. Alright. So, just need to figure out about Bennett here.
In case I did not impress it upon you before, I'd like to enjoy my solitude.
Look at Casey Neistat here. What'd the bag of rocks ever do? Grim.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Oh, we did get the poster. Okay, cool. Here you go, Grim.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Woo! Ding! Grats, man. Alright, skilly skills. Let us put some into... Okay, we got 50 in handguns. Let's go into... I mean, we got 51 in our persuade right now because of our current companions. So I would say for right now, let's go ahead and put our points defensively. We got a 72 hack right now. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now, still gotta search the head south. Look for Tucker in the Heights. House south. Still need to talk to Velma. Should we go ahead and confront Velma while we're here? I think so. That's the last thing that we have to do here before heading out. And her dog too. Ruh-roh.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Oh, I'm afraid you're going to be up into your elbows and other things too. Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Well, Caleb says they need a raise to keep up with prices around here.
Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat.
And you can't give him a pay increase? Why not?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Let's go ahead and see this. I saw your accounts, Velma, and you've been skimming money for years. You can afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show?
Ironic, isn't it?
I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
And what do you think Sandjaw is going to say about that?
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately.
Vito!
Something else on your mind?
Okay, I thought she was going to try and scream at us, but I think we're in good shape. You said Braxton's been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming.
Did we have any other developments on that?
Let's just say... we're not like... Besides...
Okay. Nope. That's good. Let's head back to the bar. Let them know that we have successfully negotiated their pay raise. Velma didn't try and shoot us. It ended about as well as it could, all things considered. You just stole their holdout money and that was that?
Black fucking hole! Oh, that smarts! Damn near twisted my ankle right there.
I thought men and women of the cloth were supposed to be all meek and patient-like.
The universal plan favors the bold, Dr. Fenhill.
Okay, that was sudden. Yeah, Caleb bought us a drink, so...
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
Stay a while and listen. We need to talk about Velma, Caleb.
Got an update for us? We can't afford to sit this out for too much longer. Know what I mean?
You got your pay raise, Caleb.
How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with a bit card of her own accord. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
15,000 XP, holy crap, okay. Money well, or job well done. Getting all that MSI rep. Okay, now to head south. The interesting thing about this, though, is we also have the, let's see. Track down, what was it? Secret People, Amber Heights. The one for Lilia wants us to head this way, which is right behind Velma's station. So let's go ahead and check out that one. And maybe a secret entrance to the south.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Yeah, a chat about how long. I think that's pretty much what we're going to be doing tomorrow as well. It's like when we're supposed to have a meeting, and then we got a text from our boss basically saying, if you got childcare issues or even if you feel icky, don't worry about coming in. We'll make sure that you find out what happened at the meeting. That leads me to believe that unless we go to work for some like little projects and stuff over the course of the week, we're probably going to be self-isolated. Which just means more streaming, which I'm okay with. Hey, Hopsby! How are you doing, friend? Okay, transition to Stellar Bay Ruins South. I guess this may be like a secret path. Babylon 5 has made me distrustful of any person in a position of power with the last name of Clark. I can't help that. Just kind of how it goes. Okay, where are we? Map, please. Fast travel. Okay, we're at Stellar Bay. Oh, just let us straight. Space crime. Where are we? Oh. What about Clarks that aren't in a position of power? They're okay. Okay, what do we... Retrieve the missing passcode. Oh, we're going into like another building. Like we're going outside and... Okay, I see what's going on here. Oh, you're okay? I've got my eye on you. I figured the cigarettes in Halcyon would be like the cigarettes in The Fifth Element. You know, the ones that are like filter with just a tiny, tiny little bit of tobacco at the end. They're a lot more liberal than I expected them to be. Okay, so what... And here we are. And then we're back there. Let me read this again. Her agent, Lilia Hagen, okay. Multipass. That's strange. It just kind of keeps on sending us back into town. Maybe that's something that we'll have to find a little bit later. Because the area outside Stellar Bay seemed to be massive in scale. And probably now will be a good time to put... Okay. The Vicar's rocking out the Shrink Ray. And Ellie, let's go ahead and get you some proper gear here. I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and wear... We had 2 things of leaded armor, didn't we? Yes, we did. And in terms of headgear, we can do that. And what do we have the Vicar in armor-wise? 23 heavy armor. Let's do advanced defensive armor, advanced defensive helmet. No, that sounds good. $314, 70. I kind of want to give Irian's flintlock, because that's more appropriate. Yeah, that's more gunfighterish. And for melee, the sword will do. Can we zoom? Oh, there we go. Looks like we got some roads we can follow here. Aha! Here are all the locations we can currently go. Let's do... Bolt was his name. Secret People. Passion Pills. Family Matter. Mr. Pickett's Biggest Game. Weapons from the Void. Don't Bite the Sun. Lots to do, lots to do. It's so pretty. Ooh, okay, we cannot parkour.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Good advice. And we'll head up here first. Then we'll check the rest of these buildings. That's kind of crazy. The Raptidons actually would blend in with these rocks. Oh. Can we go ahead and, which one was that? Bolt. Holy crap, that is way out there. Okay, never mind. Let's go ahead and... Well, no, it's not that far. Let's just do it. Just got a long bridge. The terrain here reminds me a lot of No Man's Sky. Whoa!
Hit.
Woo! Okay, we're good. Good so far. The armor is helping. Vicar Max with that scythe. I think it was a really good call.
Nice one, Captain.
That was a really good call to arm the Vicar with that shrink gun. They barely got scratched. I guess that's what happens when you put them in armor. Shock. Okay, Raptidon meat. Science Scythe! Ooh. Hmm. Ooh. Oh, you don't look pleasant. Hi, friend. All right, we're doing this now. Woo! Oh, the acid is real. Woo! Ooh, that is a lot of nonsense. Corrosive weakness. Suffering too many corrosive burns has made you weak against that damage. Not the best thing to have, especially right now. Be a shame if someone shrank you. Okay. Well, so far so good. We still got some more. Leaded armor. How'd he do? How many more do we have? Oh dear. Nice to know I can cross the streams of the shrink ray. Oh, no. How much? We are completely out of light ammo. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, I guess it is time to switch over to something with a little bit more oomph.
That's the last of him.
Stop whining! Ah. Okay, get back to town. Make sure we grab ammo. I didn't think we were that low. But to be fair, I was not looking, so that shows me. Evicted. Unlock arm. Okay, that is open. We can go in there. I want to check the rest of the buildings first. Oh, I will never forget. Never, ever forget that bear. To tell you the truth, I think I'm going to be more of a fan of the vermin pistol than I am of the other one. Just because the 6-shooter seems more ideal. Alright, let's try it.
Nice one.
Yeah, that does what it needs to, boy. You done yeed your last haw. Oh.
Get on. That's the last of him.
I know like one of the nastiest pistols you can get in this game, if not the nastiness, is called the Vermin 2, but I have no idea where that is. Hopefully we'll be able to find it before too much longer. And what do we have here? Sealed. Aw, boo.
I wonder what secrets these ruins contain.
Think they left anything good behind? Here we go.
Show them how it's done.
Nice, Captain.
Thank you, Ellie. She's very supportive. Ooh, there's a lot of them. You guys, oh, there's a lot of you. Night, Anno. You take care.
Roll after them.
Cool deal. So, yeah. Get light ammo. Actually thinks this has a bit more oomph. But to be fair, I've had that acid pistol for ever since the the first settlement. So it was probably time that it needed replaced. Tobacco ears.
Here we go. They shouldn't have stood in our way.
Okay. Ooh. It's a nice ship you've got here. Shame if someone were to steal it. Too bad we can't, though. Then we just fly to whatever direction we needed to go, grab what's needed, and light out. Oh, it's fine. Can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Alright, so this place, eviction. I don't think we're going to need to go down this path again, so we may as well check across the bridge, too.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
Stellar Bay Ruins North discovered. Oh. Okay, that's just going to take us to the other side. Ooh, I see stairs up there. Hello, stairs. When there's stairs, there's promises of loot! And more evicted buildings, but still, loot. Closed, closed, closed. What? There's something killable. I hear you. Where you at? I hear you grumbling. Oh, hi.
Down they go.
Did you guys respawn? Right down Main Street. Hello. We're here to ransack. What was that? Heavy grade force mask. Will make you a Jedi instantaneously. Light armor, determination +5. What does that look like? Ew, that's kind of creepy. I like the doohickey though, as it was worded. Oh yes, this is also where we need to look at this info that they want us to delete. I would like to go ahead and see what that information is. Icky, icky, grr. Another vermin. Man, bit cartridges everywhere. There's money all over. Oh. Oh dear. Guys. Oh, you put your hair in a man bun. Still, it's okay. It's cool that it does that instead of your hair just disappearing. Alright, we are officially a space cowboy. All is well with the world. I am quite pleased. Oh, this is actually where the...
Oh, hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can raps wear boots?
I don't think they figured that out yet. Who are you?
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Manta Queen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here and, now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in. How exactly?
It's easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by Raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
I just shot him. But I do need to get into that room.
Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
Well, I do think I actually found it. You know, seeing as you're trapped, you might as well answer a few things for me.
Sure. Beats not answering questions.
So, who are you exactly?
Huxley. I'm an iconoclast runner. The iconoclast runner. Fastest we've got. Ain't a Raptidon on this void-forsaken hellhole that can catch me. Phew, sorry. Put me in a tiny room like this and I'm liable to flip. Not keen on tight spaces, you know?
So, why don't you tell me about the iconoclasts? I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, that'd be my people. Graham and Zora and Milton and... I really miss them. You gonna let me out of here? I want to get back to Amber Heights.
I'm looking for a Bolt 52. Any lying around in there?
Probably. I don't know. When I try to read things, my mind gets to wandering about all the things I could be doing instead.
You get locked in closets often?
My buddy locked me in here. I told you that. It was for my safekeeping, on account of Raptidons wanting to munch on my head. But, I mean, okay, yes, fine. I get myself into sticky situations. It's just part of the life, alright? Sometimes you gotta hide in a trash can so you don't get eaten by monsters.
Wait, really? I wasn't serious.
Oh, neither was I. Who'd hide in a trash can? Gross.
Right. Back to the door.
Get me out of here!
I think I found it.
Oh, much obliged.
And now we just walk away. Just... Before we go see this, I want to check the computer. Welcome to Archives, Records, and Miscellaneous Storage. ARMS. Please select one of the menu options below. View Executive Reviews. Loading Last Access Document. Executive Review for Sanjar Nandi. Sanjar has a bad habit of padding his reports with numbers and statistics. Not very good with slogans, jingles, and/or taglines. Presentations tend to be dry and lacking in emotional appeal and funny references. Sanjar also displays a noted tendency to complete work rather than delegating it, a trend unbecoming in upper management. All in all, Sanjar's work habits suggest a preoccupation with details and a startling lack of vision. We cannot recommend him for the following advancement. Needs improvement in the following areas: interpersonal communication, brevity, delegation, and idea generation. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Graham Bryant. Executive authorization required to proceed. Act 20. Graham's understanding of product messaging and branding is impressive, especially for a relatively low-level editor. He has a knack for memorable slogans and taglines. However, Graham has issues with brevity and shows consistent disregard for prescribed fonts and formats. Some of his work has been flagged for subversive undertones. Recommend further supervision. Dora Eriks. Actually, we got Sanjar, right? Yes. Dora shows a real knack for brief but compelling presentation supported by catchy slogans. Her delegation skills are also top-notch. She can build a lengthy meeting around any topic and emerge with plenty of work assigned. Recommend for promotion. So should we go ahead and delete it? I don't think that anything here is particularly bad. Doesn't seem so, at least. Can we... Oh. It's an optional thing. You found Sanjar's executive review on the arms terminal less than flattering. I think I'd actually delete it because right now Sanjar is... It seems to be his practices, if they catch on, would probably make things a whole lot better for the system in general. So, should we just go ahead and call it good? Because it's got Graham's as well. You guys are saying leave it be? I'd delete it, actually. Because if we don't delete it, that could be a, You know what? Here. We'll go ahead and delete it. And we've doomed the galaxy. No turning back now.
Ah, phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Iconoclast reputation increased. You know, normally when you help someone, they give you something for their trouble.
But I ain't got nothing on me. How's about a heaping helping of appreciation and respect?
Tell you what, you put in a good word with me with the iconoclasts. We'll call it even.
Can do.
You sure you're okay to travel?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Good luck.
Thanks a lot, mister.
So that'll get us in good with the iconoclast when we go and talk with them and see what they're all about. Because we may end up not siding with either. But in the meantime... Doop. Heavy ammo, thank you, thank you. Bolt cartridge. There it is. Whoa, what was that thing that we just grabbed? Loot all the things. That was a plasma launcher. Okay. So talk to people on the other side. Alright. Well, I'd say all in all, that was pretty good. Let's drop down here, not break our ankle. Yep, we're good. Y'all are fine. Tinker. Let's go ahead and repair. And what are we breaking down? Break down that. Mark II, Mark II, Mark II, Mark II. Plasma launcher. Impact hammer, heavy machine gun. Break down that too. Toss ball blocker, we don't need it. I know we got it as a gift from Grimm, but meh. What else can we? Pulse hammer. Another vermin. Plasma launcher. Flamethrower. I think I want to keep the flamethrower, just because that's some cool. Grimm, our closest friend. He'll live. Ordnance control armor. This actually is, compared to the stuff that we've been finding here, garbage. So I think it's time that we start getting rid of that. Welder's goggles we'll keep. Elite troop armor, heavy. See, that's like 26, and this medium armor is 24. Oh, what a nice colored helmet there. I think we're good. We definitely can run again now. Okay. So next up is the secret people and the passion pills. So we will head to the graveyard. And fortunately, everything is dead now on the way. Probably need to search the house. Oh, this is Braxton. All right. I guess the graveyard's over there. Transition to Mather residence. Okay. That is a very small room to be changing scenes. Let's go ahead and check that grave first. Looks like there's other stuff that we can do here. Ooh. Energy cell. So much food. It would be a nightmare. It'd be like a zombie movie, like with the Raptidon attacks and everything. Oh, hello. But it's a zombie film with dinosaurs, like if Jurassic Park got really into the horror elements. Oh, here's our graveyard.
Here they come.
Whoa! Hi there, partner.
That's one down.
Pretty.
That's the last of him.
Dispensary supply room key. Oh, that's Dr. Williams. Okay. Oh, that's so we could grab the key to the place we already broke into. Olympus Lover's Point. That seems fun. You may want to check that out here at another time. Let's finish checking this block. How do you do?
Go.
Oh, it's so tiny.
That's the last of them.
Okay, lots of hot. Oh, this is the chapel for the vicar's religion. I wonder what we'll find in here. I haven't seen one since. Oh, what was the name of the first settlement that we went into? The Spacer's Choice one. I could not remember for the life of me now. Is that a marauder? Yes, it is. Edgewater. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa! Creepy. Do we get to take the top hat? Oh my god. Hold up. Leadership. Gonna get a Billy a Kid vibe there. I still like the cowboy hat, but yeah, this is definitely a Vicar Max hat. Can he wear it though is the question. Will it? Oh yes. Let's see. Oh, looking good. This has been the stream of amazing headwear. On today's episode of Pimp My Vicar. I mean, look at them. Both of them look great.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
What do you think about your hat? Okay, they don't have anything new to say. He's basking in the holiness of the moment.
Something on your mind?
Okay. Well, that's cool. Ooh, there's another one of the Colossus.
Want to try me?
Gotcha. Woo! Boy. Oh, there is he has a headbutt attack, and it sucks.
One all right?
Look at him with his top hat and his scythe. What do we got in here? We are going back to that other point. We just gotta... Ooh, hello there, safe. Ooh, 2 sawed-off shotguns. All right. I'm pleased with that prospect. And I do promise you guys, by the next stream, I will probably sell off all of our foodstuffs, just because I don't use them. And I know I should. But automag pistol. Ew.
Easy does it.
There's a story there. It's like he died with his pet. Just respec your character for melee? Yeah, that scythe just looks badass. Okay, well here's the entrance to Stellar Bay. We got a lot of junk. Break down the spine. And you know, automag pistol's useless. Oh, wait. Trip blade Mark II. Impact hammer Mark II. 151. Yeah, that goes away. Curious spot right now. Whoa, okay, I saw Ultra. Assault Rifle Ultra? 692. That is awesome. That's going to go towards someone. Maybe we should break down some of this other armor. I'm going to break down all light armor that we currently have, except for the hibernation helmet, just because we're keeping it for... And make sure we're not taking off certain headgears or stuff we know for a fact is just clothing. Okay. Protective clothing. That'll go away. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Alright, everything has been looted, to the best of my eyes, at least. Except for, can we go in here? Nope. Eviction. Let's see what's going on here in this domicile. So much so that we need to load into it. Might have a basement area. Be more than what it seems. Whoops. Caught it. Stay. It looks like Clue or Parcheesi. Actually, I don't know if that's Parcheesi. I haven't seen a Parcheesi board in a long time. Let's, what are we doing here again? Edgar.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
You're a cannibal, aren't you?
In my experience, any stranger this friendly either wants to rob and airlock you or sell you something.
Nonsense. Out here in the wilderness, we welcome all who come to our door. Now come in, make yourselves comfortable.
Cannibals. I'm looking for a man named Braxton. He supposedly came by here.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The raptidons and marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
I'm having Red Dead 2 flashbacks. You sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Hello, Clarice. Okay, journal for the secret people. Edgar invited you to stay for dinner. The people living here say they don't know of anyone named Braxton. Okay, we are going to save our game.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
Martha!
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer.
So if you're so eager for... Actually, yeah, if you're so eager for company, why you live all the way out here?
The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves.
Cannibals. And what exactly do you mean by that?
Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take for granted. Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Gotta check your icebox. Doop-a-doop-doom. Guys got a basement? What's your story?
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
Actually, I'm looking for a man named Braxton.
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names.
Something wrong?
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip. Other times, it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Maybe I can help you.
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
I'm gonna leave you alone now. I'm gonna end up having to shoot all of you. Lizzie Mather.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
What are you talking about? Actually, no, let's try. Sure. I brought some candies.
That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
Was his name Braxton?
I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers.
Well, what can you tell me about this man?
Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal.
And why isn't he bringing you more rocket candies?
He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that.
Some kind of off-brand drug, maybe? Wouldn't be the first or the worst.
They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Perhaps we should skip dinner. My stomach has been a tad unsettled of late.
Hey, King. Okay, saving the game again. Should we go down there and confront and then shoot every single one of them? Or are we gonna find...
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Oh, sorry, I was just looking around.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
Your rocket candies.
The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
I'm gonna go now. Can we... Sleeping here would be a bad call. Bijou review. Okay. The Mather house key, huh? Guess that's where we're going to find all the butchered humans. Bathroom, though, surprisingly clean. Did not expect that. Oh, lordy. Okay. I hate the fact there's no music. Not a fan of that. Okay. Actually, I bet he's in here. I bet he is. Okay. So let's head down, confront the parents, see what kind of trouble we get into.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal.
I know we can break into there now. You sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now please, try to relax. Undue stress tends to spoil the meal, you know.
I'll keep myself occupied then. And the door is locked, right? Requires Mather house key to unlock. Okay. So here's just hanging out here. I want to see what different things we can do to approach this situation. So I'm gonna. Whoa. Transition to Monarch Wilderness, so we have the way out if we need that one. Hello, hello. And we did get some new skills. Let's go ahead and get our persuasion up to 5. And maybe our lockpick up to 5. Yeah, that's a good perk. Let's see. Can we get that perk? That perk sounds amazing. Chance to reset. Movement speed. Hoarder. Significantly reduces the weight of consumables. A lot of people seem to have that perk now. I'm going to hold off on that for right now.
I've seen and made my share of corpses, but this is downright unsettling.
Braxton Hex work ID.
It is unnatural, an affront to the grand plan.
supper time. If lost, please return to Velma Ballard, or current supervisor of MSI Fishery Operations in Stellar Bay. So they were just taking him piece by piece. Okie dokie. Come out shooting. I'm thinking that might be the case, but we'll save the game here. Oh, she's not here. Guess it's dinner time.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
So nosy. Yeah. Afraid it's one of my better qualities.
How very rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
Oh, they're tough. Yeah, you're getting shot first. Right in the back of the head. Oh, are you guys all dead? Really? Can't take you guys anywhere. Alright, well. Guess it was time for dinner. Let's see what they got here. Back to basics. The knock you out bar. Mather house key. Mr. Ouch. Makes sense. And I blew his head off. There's some level head. Yeah, I guess they get all of that, all of those vitamins and minerals. I kind of want to see what's out here. This is their balcony. That's cool though. I liked that a lot. Extra calcium, yeah, that's right, Suzanne. Cannibalism was addressed, I think, fairly the best in World War Z. I'm not talking about the Brad Pitt movie. The Brad Pitt movie, if you like zombie films, I assume some people like it, some people hate it. I strongly recommend. That movie had nothing to do with the book, like nothing. So I strongly suggest checking out the book by Max Brooks called World War Z and the audiobook, which is absolutely amazing. It's got a full cast. It's got like Mark Hamill, Nathan Fillion, Alan Alda, tons of just amazing talent doing the voice acting of it. And it's incredible. It's one of my favorite books, actually. All right. So we got that taken care of. Do we have any other inactive quests? Yeah, we got the family matter. Let's drop down. Oh! Broken ankle. And let us return. The book is a million times better than the movie. I was reading that there was a bidding war going on between Brad Pitt's production company and Leonardo DiCaprio's production company for the rights. Now, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but Brad Pitt won and turned it into what it was, while Leonardo DiCaprio apparently wanted to do a mini-series for HBO, where kind of an anthology where it would go over everyone's stories from the books. Or at least it would be more attuned to the stories in the books. Unfortunately, Brad Pitt's won out and turned it into, you know, what it was. Oh, hello there. Transition to oh, that's the... Well, we need to go talk to Velma anyway, so this may work. Yeah, definitely better zombie movies. I think I'm not a big fan of the zombie movie genre. I love Shaun of the Dead, but I think, and it's not technically a zombie film, but stuff like 28 Days Later, I think stuff like that is amazing. Aw, Kath. I think I can speak for the chat when I say we'd love to have you for dinner. 20,000 grid coins for a $5 Extra Life donation. Thank you very much, Kath. As soon as we are done with the episode, I will go ahead and get that settled before we switch over to some Dead by Daylight. Thank you very much for helping out the kids. It's been a good stream so far. We got a lot accomplished. It's been fun. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't even notice the body before. Holy crap. Most of the text on this note is obscured by blood, but you can make out the words Lilia and passcode Antediluvian. Okay, we have retrieved the passcode. I didn't even see that body there. Meet with Catherine. Holy crap. Okay, bolts. Well, that's done.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in saltine.
I thought she was going to say something. She just stared at us for a second like, So, got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
No. He was killed by cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Rotten way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Talk to you later. Alright. So we do need to go talk to Catherine. And I will do the perks here in a second. Where is that? To Catherine in Fallbrook. Alright. So, something we cannot do at current. Let's go talk to Sanjar about everything else.
Smells like wrapped in here.
Yeah, that's how. How does it feel? Office. It's easy to get lost here. Guess I should look for the spire. Where's the spire at? Ah, here we go.
You should know you're getting excellent reviews from across the company. What can I do for you?
Found your review on the terminal in the arms building.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
You know, you could have told me what was on that terminal, Sanjar.
Yes, but then you would have known. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Your left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant.
He's lucky they didn't want a liver or a heart.
I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it?
Apparently not.
Well, who cares what they think? You're in charge now, aren't you?
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
And you know what? You made it work. It's more than anyone can say for those execs.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
Yeah, found the cartridge and deleted that data for you.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Yeah, settle down there.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
How exactly is a data cartridge going to help? You may have sounded like you were sending me after a weapon.
But that's exactly what this is. The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation.
And the dissemination of the proper ideals and information to those in the highest echelon of society.
On the contrary, I would say good documentation is for everyone. And the Bill of Liquidation/Transfer Form 52 is one of the most formidable pieces of data entry in all of Halcyon. One false stroke can invalidate the entire document.
It's
this man's
true.
a bureaucratic
One of the old
badass.
execs gave herself a stroke trying to fill out the exemption section.
So what does the Bolt 52 do exactly?
For our part, a Bill of Liquidation/Transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
So you do want to go against... Oh, okay, cool. So spare me the details and just tell me what comes next then.
Corporate espionage. How was that, Celia? Did I sell it?
Your best delivery yet, sir.
You killed it, Sanjaw.
Celia?
Already noted for your review, sir.
So anyway, this plan of yours.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch. Illegally and in secret.
Really? Most of the time they do illegal stuff out in the open. Cheaper that way.
Oh, I got caught to Catherine.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
So what exactly does that mean for me, Sanjaw?
If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Well, I certainly know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love your can-do attitude and dangerous gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
What do you mean, you people? Watch it with the you people.
Of course. I didn't mean to make assumptions. Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure. Easy.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
I've got to go, Sanjaw. Alright, good stuff. So they're trying to be all sneaky. Cool. Alright, well, we have gotten a lot done today. We've gotten some awesome weapons. What was that? Supper time, 151 DPS. Don't play with your food. Indeed. But I think this is a perfect place to go ahead and end the stream, at least the Outer Worlds part of the stream for today, guys. We were able to get our fancy cowboy hat. The Vicar has his fancy top hat. Been some good times. Off camera, I'll go ahead and sell off all of our foodstuffs and kind of downgrade our gear a bit because we are getting overburdened very quickly. And that's a bit of a problem that we need to take care of. But we will go ahead and end it here and pick it up next time. Now, if you guys haven't followed the Twitch channel, please do so. I try and stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays and times on the weekend as well. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below, as well as a link to my Extra Life page, where I'm raising money for kids in need via Children's Miracle Network hospitals via Extra Life. So check that out if you feel so inclined. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.